As we approach the end of the semester, I wanted to make this video, which is a Thanksgiving video, in two senses. First, I want to express my gratitude, and second, I want to talk about Thanksgiving. So first, this is the season for gratitude, and I am so grateful to you for what you made possible this semester. Because of your efforts, we managed to limit the spread of COVID at the law school and have only a small number of cases here. And we did that while having about 50% of our classes either in person or hybrid, and 70% of you taking at least one of your classes in person here at the law school. At the same time, the library was open, Scott Commons, the bookstore, student services offices were all open. That was only possible because of the sacrifices that you made and your constant vigilance for everyone's public health and for your own health and safety. We were not sure when we began that we would be able to be in person this far into the semester. And now we have only a few days left, and I am really optimistic that we will make it to the end of classes. And so I want, from the bottom of my heart, to thank you for learning new ways of living and learning and connecting with people and doing all that you did so that we could be here together in safety and in health. I also want to thank the university that worked so hard and so innovatively to make all of this possible, and also our own faculty and staff. They have, every one of them, been running at full tilt since last February in order to keep you and our community and our larger community safe and healthy, and also continue to pursue our mission. Now, Thanksgiving with a capital T, and thinking about the holiday and what comes after the holiday. I know that you are looking forward to your very well-deserved break after a challenging semester, and I wish you all rest and relaxation. At the same time, we must continue our vigilance, and we have to continue to be adaptable and flexible with our plans. As I'm sure you know, the COVID-19 pandemic is worsening across the country, and cases are soaring everywhere you look. That means that we have to continue to keep public health and our own health at the forefront of our minds. Our goal right now as a law school is to enable you to study for and take your exams successfully while remaining healthy and maintaining the health and safety of those around you. Some things to keep in mind. The university has asked all who do not consider Charlottesville their permanent home to go home for Thanksgiving and to remain away until activities resume at the law school in January. Of course, I know that for many of you, Charlottesville is your permanent home. But if it is not, and you are planning to spend much of the next few months elsewhere, I recommend that you make that transition now rather than going, coming, and going again. If you are planning to finish the semester in Charlottesville, it is important to know that public health authorities recommend strongly against traveling or against spending time with those who are not members of your household. Finally, if you do decide to travel, please do so as safely as you can. Avail yourself of the university's pre-departure testing, but of course remember that testing is only an indication of your positive or negative status at the moment of the test. If you do travel, during your travel, please follow all of the university's health protocols and those of relevant authorities. Particularly, make sure that wherever you're going, you have complied with whatever they require. So in New Jersey, for example, coming in from out of state, they require a 14-day quarantine period. As you know, we are planning to keep the law school building open for self-service use for studying and exam purposes once we get back from the Thanksgiving break. That is only possible if we continue to maintain our vigilance and follow all of the protocols that you have become accustomed to over the course of this semester. Obviously, changes in public health conditions and failure to comply with protocols may lead to changes in operations, including having to close the building. Student compliance at the law school is crucial to our ability to stay open after Thanksgiving break. And you know what that means. It means staying 6 feet apart. It means wearing your masks. It means not eating or drinking except in the areas that are designated. And this last I really want to emphasize. Universities like ours have found really exceptional outcomes by maintaining these protocols, especially in the classrooms. But break rooms, cafeterias, areas like that pose special risks. So we really ask you, limit your eating and drinking to those areas, and when you're in those areas, only have your mask off when you're actually eating and drinking. So much is not in your control or mine, but I do hope that you all do your utmost to control those things that you're able to. And that brings me back to gratitude. I am so grateful for everything that you have done this semester and everything that I know you will do going forward. I wish you a happy, restful, and healthy Thanksgiving break, and I wish you a productive, successful, and healthy exam period. Good luck with everything. Take care, and I'll see you soon.